the all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
Boston and surrounding communities. Boston Leslie Gay Urban Foundation and Fenway Health Center is coming to inform you on how important it is to protect yourself from COVID-19. Let's get vaccinated. Let's encourage our loved ones and community friends and family to get boosted. Getting a COVID shot and a booster shot will help save more lives. Guess what? If you receive a vaccination, Blue will give you a one-day pass to any Urban Pride event, July 1st to July 3rd, 2023. To get connected to a health center near you, email info@lesbiegayurbanfoundation.org or visit the CDC website to learn more.
Unites Production invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Tell me about working the morning, unless we're talking hard work, wine and jump. On Saturday, July 15th, boarding time is at 7 p.m. Departure time is at 8 p.m. sharp. It's all taking place at 70 Rose Wall. That's the Seaport District in Boston, aboard the MV Freedom. Tickets are only $60 in advance and $70 the day of the event. Your DJs on board: Mastermind, Vital Rhythm, Sergio, Alfredito, Idrin, HMB out of New York City. Special performances by a group from Honduras, the Rhythm section of the Trinidad. Light dinner's gonna be included. It's a 21 plus event and proper ID is required. Come dress to impress in your mellow yellow attire. Tickets are available on eventbrite.com. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 617-980-4729. Unites Productions invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Look at how it are.
Yamba Market. Visit the first black-owned dispensary in Cambridge. Yamba Market's mission is to participate authentically in building a socially restorative adult cannabis market in Massachusetts and beyond. Their commitment to the Yamba family is to provide an inclusive and exemplary experience focused on a broad selection of unique strains, quality products, and customer journey. Open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. 580 Mass Avenue, Central Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Registration at yambamarket.com.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-Made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Spark FM Online and Lifted Smoking Goods present the ultimate rubber dub, dancehall, reggae bashment. I don't know what's going down on Saturday, July 29. And we're taking it back to the basement at the Mid-East Club, 480 Moss Avenue, Cambridge. Ladies, it's a night for mesh marinas, fishnets, and pum pum shots. I don't know, soundtrack provided by an all-female lineup. We're talking about DJ Slick Vic, DJ Lady Lee, DJ Light 2.0, and DJ Shasha. So you know the thing now go normal. I don't know, admission at $25. Get your tickets online at ticketweb.com. Doors open from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. So watch it, man. Just forward out for a great night of reggae vibes. Done the right way. Flex.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
The all-new Spark FM.
Them not like me, I mean I like them.
Spark FM.
Come on. Ha, sicker than your average.
Spark FM.
Yo, chick a man be ballin'. Leave chick pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh. It's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Good morning, everyone. We are here in the land of Spark FM. We were having some off-site conversations. Get out, Tristan. Off-site conversations. And we are here. Welcome to Spark FM Online. Saucy and friends in the morning. Rockstone Tues is still not here, but he is a ghost inside of the computer. And Miss Tony and Super Woke Javi and Leah McFly. You like that? You like that? I like that. I like that a lot. What happened?
DeSantis wins the presidency.
Oh, Father, then you
I might get arrested for this name.
You cannot say woke at all.
No.
You think you will?
Yo, anything could happen.
Oh, my. Oh, I forgot about this thing. Here we go. Here's this thing right here.
Anything could happen.
This is the one that
I mean, I don't know. I would like to go on the record and say that can't happen.
Yeah.
I think that he's way too extreme. Yeah. I think the extremist that we want to go is Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. That's the most extreme. At least he's a little entertaining. Yeah. He doesn't want to attack Disney. Yeah. You know, we can't.
That's the bar? That's the bar now? You don't want to F up Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, and we can say gay. As long as we can say gay, then we're good. But Ron DeSantis is like, no coloreds, no gay,
no global warming,
no alphabet gang, no woke, no global warming, no Disney, no puppies or glitter. Yeah. Everything has to end.
You just got to be grayscale.
No, it is
puppies and glitter. Hell no.
Under his eye.
No, seriously, because he looks like a commander.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Do you watch
Handmaid's Tale?
Handmaid's Tale?
No.
Oh, you got to watch Handmaid's Tale. You got to put the campus on.
You've got to be prepared, Leah.
Yes.
My goodness.
Just remain innocent as long as you can, please.
It seems that I have to start preparing by now.
I know, because if you ain't innocent, they gonna make you a handmaid, and you're gonna have a hard life.
Absolutely.
Hard life.
I've seen clips. That's enough.
Yeah,
that's the one where they wear the red dress.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah, under his eye. What is it?
May the Lord open.
May the Lord open.
Yes.
Yes.
Terrible.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us again here. We've got a full house today, and we will be having a good time. So sorry that it's late, but disclaimer, from now until the end of the summer, most likely the show will start a little later.
Yeah.
It's the children. They're not in regular school. Everything is starting wrong. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do.
And yesterday, they legit tried to charge me. The little girl accosted me at the door and followed me around ADSL for the $5. And I was like, hey, get away from me.
I ain't got no money.
Yo, she about to break your legs, yo.
It wasn't even a 15-minute grace period.
Well, we got to talk because technically.
What time is it supposed to be? The package that I saw said 4:30 that I signed.
That's not what you signed.
Well, I guess we'll be going to have to. Well, guess what? They may get there late, but they're going to be picked up early then because guess what? Don't chase me around for no $5.
I'm be there at 4 o'clock, okay? Hello. I'm coming in here to get my child.
Shoot. Have him outside. I should have been like, send him down the street. I'm right here. Anyhow. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing fine. We are pressed for time, so we got to do quick. Everything got to be moved fast.
That's what I like. That's what I like to do.
Bang, bang, bang. Wait, what? Y'all are great. Y'all are just stupendous.
Before we get into it, I got to make sure that you guys know of all the things that are going down in the next couple of weeks.
There's so many things.
There's so many things.
Jeez,
Just
Pat.
in this weekend alone, the 15th and the 16th, we have Jam at the Bridge at Hyde Park. DJ Live will be down there. At the open market for the black businesses or all the small businesses in Hyde Park. Go on to Spark FM Online and you'll see that graphic with that information. It's also the Togetherness boat ride going down on Saturday as well. I think that boat leaves around 8 o'clock.
8 p.m., yeah.
And then Open Streets is from 10 to 3. Yours truly will be hosting the main stage over there. So make sure y'all come over there. And then on Sunday is the Roxbury Unity Parade. We'll be driving down the street with that. And then we have the Kiddies Band launching at 1102 Blue Hill Ave. If you have a small child that you want to get into the carnival spirit, you want them to start learning about their culture, put on a little costume, parade around in the streets, be cute, put a little makeup on their face, little nails on. Or get a little mesh marina and put them in some little shorts and a little hat. We take them from birth.
I know. We gonna decorate her stroller and push it out there.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a little break drum so she can hit the little break.
Yeah. Do it.
Just put little things on her wrist and she'll shake them.
Janet, put your ones in there. We need all of the children to come out. You can go register for their costume, their mask, for a band on Sunday at 1102 Blue. We'll let you guys know about that. Just follow the Spark FM page for all that information. And then on Monday, we have ADSL Family Day. That's all Dorchester Sports League over there in Fields Corner, where most of y'all children's go. They are going to have a big family day on the Monday. It's going to be wet, wild, fun food fair.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Things are packed. Yo, don't even go home. Stay outside.
Stay outside. We
Stay
outside all
son.
summer. Can't nobody say it's nothing to do in the summer.
Yes.
If I hear it, I'm smacking somebody.
Yes.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. That's a challenge.
Shalom.
Oh, wow.
Let's get into the news for today. Today is going to be partly cloudy skies, a stray shower, a thunderstorm if possible. High of 87 degrees. I wore this wrinkly shirt today because I want nature to iron it for me.
It's probably gonna do that.
Yes. With the steam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Yes,
how it
I
works.
see what you did
Once
there.
I go outside and it gets hot, the sun is going to shrinkle out the shrinkles.
Oh, okay, well, I need to take on that mentality because it's really hard for me to get dressed in the morning because everything needs to be ironed.
No.
Wait, you iron in the morning?
No.
Oh.
No, this is what I'm saying.
The other
okay. I'm about to say,
day,
that's crazy.
I was supposed to iron, and I did a good job. And when I put it on, they was like, "Are you gonna iron the dress?" And I was offended, so I will no longer iron.
I don't understand people that like every morning their beds are like perfectly made.
Yeah.
All their clothes from their underwear to their socks just ironed.
Well, you know,
and they top of the morning to you. That's those are the type of people.
Our aunt is like that and like does her laundry, dries it and folds it all the same day.
Yeah.
Irons everything,
Yeah.
including underwear,
Yeah.
and then puts it away all the same day. That's easy.
Oh,
My wife has been doing that recently.
it's postpartum.
I'm like, yo, this.
She's still nesting.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this is very domestic, and I like it.
Yeah, after a little while, the
just
house
gonna
is
go away?
gonna look like a train wreck, and there's gonna
Yeah.
be toys, especially when it starts when she starts walking,
Yeah.
and just crawling and touching things.
Yeah.
Ah!
But that's what I don't get either. Like people with kids. Like I just started with this kid thing, and y'all got some grown ass kids that can run around and get lost, and y'all still doing this on point, and I can't even get my life together.
It ain't on point. I told
Like-
somebody the other day, and that jerk fest, I didn't know where my child was half of the day. No. I had no idea.
No.
I'm gonna get you some air tags.
I just literally
Right.
Some air
go
tags.
on and play.
Yeah.
I see one of them, so the other one must be. Okay.
At one point, they was in the tent playing Nintendo and stuff like that. Boy, go on outside and play. We outside. Go on, take the lead of the Nintendo here. It's Nintendo they're playing.
No.
There's a tablet.
Where you get a Nintendo from?
I don't know. I feel old.
She's 40.
Duck Hunt.
One of my friends has
That is not the
official.
only Nintendo device out. That is so
listen.
crazy.
One of my friends has officially adopted the name Uncle Steve, and I'm like, you know what? I would like to be Auntie Sauce.
Auntie Sauce.
Because I feel
Uncle
miserable.
Grandpa is my age, so like, what we, I don't know. Anyhow, we got to get into this news. We got to get into this news.
We got to get into the news,
Which is very, very unfortunate news. The body
I'm
of
shocked.
the missing 7-year-old Lowell girl, Anna Mburo, was found yesterday in the Merrimack River. My mom said yesterday, she said, this Merrimack River is always taking some people. That Merrimack River is, I don't want to have nothing to do with that.
Stay away from water out here.
I
please.
mean, it's a
We've
bad
talked
thing.
about it.
So the desperate search for a missing girl in Lowell has come to a tragic end. 7-year-old Anna Muburu's body was found in the Merrimack River on Monday. We are all heartbroken to be here this afternoon to report that it appears that the end of the search has come with the recovery of a body of a young child preliminarily identified as 7-year-old Anna, says attorney Marion Ryan. Ryan said Anna was found in the river near the Troll Brook Golf Course in Tewksbury at about noon. This is the outcome everybody prayed would not come to be. Thank you to all the members of the public who read and shared the initial post, is what the post said from the Mass State Police. Ryan was using side scan sonar. Environmental police were able to detect an image that was believed. That was crazy that happened just like that. The image that was believed to be Anna. Dive team searched the river, which is 4 to 6 feet higher than usual due to recent rains and moving quickly. And Anna was located 15 to 20 yards from the shore. She was in water that was 8 to 9 feet deep.
That's devastating.
Tragic. It's such a sad story. This little girl had autism. She was nonverbal, so she wouldn't even have been able to like scream for help.
You know what?
I
was thinking about that today, right? And I've been reading a lot, especially about kids in water, and I think I've been very vocal about it. Especially when your kids are like nonverbal, you've got to switch up everything about them. Like you've got to make them verbal, even non-verbally. Like bright clothes, things that they can have on them, like maybe a whistle or, like little things like that can help them be a little bit more sufficient, especially when it comes to water and living around bodies of water. That's something very big. We all want to get these little cute bathing suits and stuff. I bought CK some of the brightest bathing suits I could possibly find.
You're going to see him.
You're going to see him. You're going to find
From
my
space.
child.
And that's what the mom said to you on Saturday too.
At the Jerk Fest, the mom was there and she was festival ready. She had her wagon. She had a cooler. The baby was in the wagon. He was wearing yellow, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, where'd you get the wagon, blah, blah, blah. She was just like, he's mad right now because he wants to get out and run. I was like, well, this is the great place to do it. And she was like, I know. That's why he's on yellow, all in yellow, because I don't have time to be looking for him. And I said, oh.
You want to be able to see that spark in your peripheral.
What he got on? He's bright as hell. He's yellow. Look for a boy in yellow.
Shoot, I'm gonna have to
So
get,
is that
get
the
my son
situation?
on them construction vest.
Yo,
Strap that on him.
just drive down 93 and wait for your opportunity to steal one.
Strap that on him.
Not even a bike vest. Like,
No.
you can get some reflectors.
He reflecting out here. Yes.
What happened to leashes? Is that not a thing anymore?
It's so
I remember.
embarrassing.
I know.
Is it? Oh, so
Them little-
is that why we don't do it? Because we embarrassed?
Yeah.
Like our
It's
kids
like-
getting lost, but we don't
Nah,
want to put a leash on them. 'cause-
Somebody said that the other day. Somebody in one of the mom groups was like, my kid's going to be on a leash and I don't give a goddamn.
Well, now they're making them cute because they make them little
Yeah,
backpacks.
they make them the little monkey back.
But they were always cute. Didn't they always have little, like,
No, we used to have a harness. It
No.
was like we were
And
going.
then-
and it was like
we were going skyline.
No, but then they started changing them to a little stuffed animal backpack with a little leash
Or they
on
had a
it.
little handcuff, little
Yeah.
Velcro handcuff.
I'm gonna need one of them.
Yeah, you do. I feel like it's
Yeah.
important, especially you're gonna be in crowd. I don't care how embarrassing it looks. I'm gonna put it.
Embarrassing to who?
Yeah.
They too little to be embarrassing, but like, oh look at that little baby with a little leash on.
I know. So this baby was out riding her bike on Sunday, and,
that what it was?
And
Yeah.
then she disappeared. But it's just like, who was she riding with? She was just
Yeah,
out by
how was she riding?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, depending on the neighborhood.
True.
I remember when we were kids, we walked to the corner store by ourselves, but that was in 1892, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
1892.
I mean, pretty much.
I'm that old.
Four score and 20 years ago.
Oh my
Pretty
goodness.
much. That's when it was.
Just age
But yeah.
yourself.
The first Juneteenth was like the year before I was born.
But yeah, really, really sad news for this family. Pray for their peace and pray for their, comfort during this time. A new mass gun bill receives pushback from gun owners group. Now, what is that about? The gun owners are pushing back on the gun law.
I'm shocked.
1 year after the Supreme Court struck down concealed carry laws in Massachusetts and other states, House Democrats are attempting to modernize and reform the Commonwealth's firearms law with a sweeping piece of legislation. Democratic Rep. Michael Day of Stoneham presented an act modernizing firearm laws, a 140-page proposal that promises to stem the flow of illegal firearms into the Commonwealth and increase protections from gun violence for our communities. The bill rewrites licensing procedures, revamps regulations for training and selling firearms, and expands the law regarding extreme risk protection orders, also known as red flag laws. It also cracks down on so-called ghost guns or untraceable firearms. According to Day, the Boston Police Department reported a 280% increase in the number of recovered ghost guns between 2019 and 21. The new bill would require a gun's receiver and barrel be registered and serialized and made it a crime to build and sell untraceable guns. Now, what is the pushback here? We're not trying to go after or criminalize proper license holders, people who can responsibly carry a firearm. This is really intending to get at those that are evading our code of laws through the advancement of technology and criminal behavior. But gun rights advocates and Second Amendment groups say the bill goes too far and overcomplicates already complicated system. What is
I don't know if is the system that complicated.
It's not, but they're doing their job. They're supposed to,
I mean, I went and I took my class. I called, filled out the application, emailed it. They emailed me back the whatever I needed to do. They told me when to come into the police station. I went into the police station, took my fingerprints. Everybody was very nice. And in a couple of weeks, I got my ish in the mail. What's hard? What is hard?
So that process that you're explaining, your fingerprints,
Yeah.
the couple of weeks waiting for you to get your the ability to carry your firearm,
Yeah.
things like that. That's what they're complaining about, because from their point of view, the right to bear arms is unimpeachable, right? Like,
So
you should be able to walk
walk into a store, buy guns and ammunition, and just use it because it's my right to do it.
That's from their perspective.
And then from what you explained, I feel like that's not enough. I feel like you should have had to take a gun safety class.
You do.
Well, I did.
You do.
Oh, okay, and then do like several hours of shooting.
You
do.
do.
Oh,
You gotta take an 8-hour class.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
no.
didn't say. Well, I didn't. I'd go
Yeah.
through it. So
Oh,
you got to
yeah.
take the 8-hour class. So I take it with
Yeah.
the Dawn Firearms. You take that 8-hour class. Then after that, you have to do some. You have to go to the range and you have to do the things, and then he signs off on it, and then you submit your application. The whole process probably took a month. Well, maybe because I didn't have plans to use it.
Yeah.
So I didn't really mind the wait. But however, if you're that desperate and pressed to get a gun, then I feel like we should take a pause.
We should ask you, why are you so desperate?
Yeah,
and pressed to
why
get a gun?
exactly?
Yeah.
Why? And then
Yeah.
you shouldn't be offended that I'm asking you that. Yes, I'm not saying that you can't have the gun. I'm just saying that you gotta wait until it goes through the process.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what a Second Amendment right would have to do. Nobody's saying you can't do it.
Right.
Well, the thing is, that's why I hate like things like this when they become political. It's hard to have like an honest conversation, because you're always going to think that the other side of the argument is trying to do the most to take away your rights. If
Well,
that
that's
makes sense,
what-
right?
that's-
Like you're always
Yeah.
going to assume the worst about the other side.
That's what this
Yeah.
guy, who the Gun Owners Action League director, said it's so overwhelming, no lawful citizen would be able to comply if this passes. With around 1,900 members, his goal is the largest gun advocacy group in Massachusetts. And he says these laws are convoluted. They didn't streamline the process like they said they were going to do. He says, I think if you sit down to read it and look at what it actually will do, it simplifies the law considerably. It also gives law enforcement and our neighborhoods the tools it needs to combat rising gun violence. And I don't. The thing that for me is that these things that go into place don't even kind of help the gun violence in our neighborhoods, because the people who are doing the gun violence in our neighborhoods don't go through all these regulatory things.
And that's what I don't like about it, right? Because I'm very pro gun law, right? Like to be like, you know, whatever. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of these politicians that are advocating for these gun laws, they don't live in neighborhoods that are subject to gun crimes, right?
Right.
Like the only time you hear them saying anything really is after a mass shooting that kills a bunch of white folk, right? So like, and like you say, like, what's the point of having these stringent laws in one state or one municipality when you could just go across the border and buy a freaking grenade launcher? You know what I'm saying? From New Hampshire. You know, so like, what's the point?
And I think that the gun laws should be, I mean, of course the regular gun laws should be very strict, but the gun laws should be, you can't buy a grenade launcher and you can't buy an AR-15. Like, that's the law. You can't buy those.
I didn't say you can't have a gun.
Right.
I'm just saying that you can't have these unless you're going into combat.
Right.
But that's my right. If I want to have a tank and a nuclear device.
OMG, when Donald Trump got elected, a tank drove around our dance school. Our dance school is really black, and a tank just drove around the plaza.
Are you kidding?
A bunch of black, and this was the babies class too, like a bunch of 6, 7, 8-year-olds, and we all just watched the man, and he just watched us, and we were just like, so now it's not safe.
Right.
And that's why.
What the hell is that?
That's a new type of racism.
And like,
I swear you coloreds better shut up.
And we in the middle of it. Like, it was just crazy. How did you get that? And why is that here in Long Island? Like, what is wrong with you?
See, man,
Janet has a good question. Can you pay for expedition, like your passport when applying for a gun license? I don't know. That's a good question.
Not in Massachusetts, because you, like, it depends.
Again, why do I need it expedited?
Why? Your eyebrows are fantastic.
They are.
But don't look too close to my face, because I don't know if I put enough lotion on.
Anyhow,
thank you. Appreciate you.
I'm sorry, I had to say that. But yeah, like, why? What Janet said. Why do you need to have expedited gun license?
Yeah, what happened?
Pressing?
What target not target? What hunting do you need to do that you didn't know you was going hunting?
I think you have to have like a professional justification, like certain jobs.
Yeah.
Like, depending if you carry a lot of money on you.
I'm working at the Brinks truck today.
Yeah, I think things like that.
I just got hired. I need a gun immediately.
Yeah.
You know.
But clearly, people can get guns whenever they want. You just got to know the right people.
Exactly. I don't know.
The right Trump to go to.
The right Trump. A Boston officer was forced to work 24 hours straight, the BPD says.
I don't believe it.
I know. Like, what? Why?
Why? Who forced him to do it?
A police officer was forced to work 24 hours.
Right, he was forced, right?
Come on, guys.
At $700 an hour.
I don't know anybody that loves overtime more than police officers.
This is what I'm saying. Thank you very much. Boston City Councilor President Ed Flynn said Monday he's requesting an emergency meeting with the Boston Police Commissioner after a city officer was ordered to work 24 hours straight, a claim that the Boston police are denying. Flynn and his colleague, City Councilor at Large Erin Murphy, I think we're having both of them in here
this week.
Ooh, I need to be here for those.
You definitely do.
We have tomorrow. We have President. He's the president of the City Council.
Oh, Ed Flynn.
Ed Flynn. Yeah.
And then
Joe Biden is coming in tomorrow.
Oh my God, Joe Biden!
I'll be there.
Professional wear.
Girl, I'm gonna wear a suit on the top only. On the top only.
I got your Kamala suit.
And Erin Murphy also called for the hiring of additional Boston police officers to address what they call a significant public safety issue in Boston and a problem with the department with mandatory overtime. Working 24 hours without time off for rest is not only unhealthy for the police officers and their families, it is also harmful to the residents in our neighborhoods. It is also illegal to work that many hours without needed rest. Mistakes are made when a police officer is sleep deprived. Why would this one police officer be required to do that?
I think that's BS.
I think it is.
That sounds like
well.
police union foolishness.
Boston police spokeswoman said no officers were ordered to work 24 hours.
Because who does that? I've never heard of an officer, first of all, complaining about working overtime.
I know they all work like 85 hours a week.
Exactly.
And I'm almost certain that he wasn't doing manual labor and picking up boulders and slinging them in the hot sun where he was deprived from any type of freedom and it was modern day slavery. I need everybody to stop it.
Right.
Just stop.
So their statement says Friday evening officers were offered overtime to support a district that was shorthanded. For a few officers who volunteered, this meant that in this instance, they were approved to work more than the allowable 18 hours in one day. Officer wellness is fundamental to public safety, so we continue to prioritize taking steps to fill vacancies on the sworn and civilian side and to boost our numbers in order to meet minimum staffing levels and to ensure that the officers and their families can have rest and health they deserve and need. And I believe them because I don't believe that anybody was ordered to work 24 hours. There's 50 million thousand police officers.
There are.
Yeah.
So that one was not ordered to work 24
Just
hours.
one, too.
That
one.
one.
I feel like you would have like 5.
Exactly.
That would be forced.
And it was a slow news day, so it's not like they had a lot to do.
Exactly.
You know, like what us 5 sitting here angry about our overtime while we sit here and getting the overtime.
Right.
While y'all are talking, I'm gonna go out, get breakfast for us, come back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Y'all go out, take a little nap in the room over here.
I just want y'all to know that Hot Sauce forces us to work 48 hours in a row.
48 hours.
Non-stop.
Because sometimes I be seeing what them police officers do, and I be like, I could do that part. Like the ones who sit at Talbot Ave on Sunday nights to block off the street so nobody drives up there. I can do that.
I want to talk about that for a quick
respect to the police
second.
officers or whatever. I it's hard for me to say that because I've had like issues with police, but I've met a couple that I really like. We know a couple that are cool.
Yeah.
And I've seen some that are very sexy.
A lot
there
of
are
them
some.
are very
I mean,
sexy.
Not the men. You can keep the men ones.
No, there was a
but
cute
the couple,
little police girl
yo,
that I just drove by over here not too long ago.
God bless them.
With them little tight ponytails, little tight body,
and the little sunglasses,
and a little gun, just walking around all aggressive.
Especially
gang unit with their little vest on, with their baseball cap.
Especially if they tall.
Jumping out a black car. Whoa.
And
I ain't never been attracted to white men until the gang unit because I was like, oh, there's some black white men in that gang unit.
You like the hoodies with the Timbs?
Yes. And then the white police officers in the gang unit always have the beard.
Yeah.
And you know when you're a white man with a beard like that, it makes you black.
I like it when it's red beard too.
Ooh, yes, ginger. Okay.
And they get the number 2 at the black barbershop.
Listen, right? And they come out the barbershop with the chalk lines. Yes, that's the white man.
I don't even know what we was talking about, but
Janet says, "Well, if our firefighters can work 24-hour shifts, why can't the police? Hello. Even if he's resting in the cruiser while sitting at the corners, acting as a deterrent. Blue Hill and Talbot. Blue
Hill and Talbot, Blue Hill and American Legion. That's what they do.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Like police work. I've heard the majority of police work is boring. They don't do much.
Yeah.
But, I guess they do get themselves in situations that their lives are threatened. And they're the first ones on scene when there's an emergency, whatever. So I guess that stress is there. But for that 24 hours, 90% of that time, he was chilling.
Yep.
90% of the time.
I believe it.
If that happened.
And I believe he volunteered to do that. Yeah. That's what I believe.
Absolutely.
Mistrial has been declared in the case of a man accused of killing an officer. And this, my mom was up in arms about this yesterday. She was like, what? How did that happen? A judge declares a mistrial in the case of Emmanuel Lopes, accused of killing Officer Michael Chestnut and bystander Vera Adams. So this case is out of Dedham. A Massachusetts judge declared a mistrial on Monday in the case of Emmanuel Lopes, the man accused of killing Weymouth police officer Michael Chestnut and bystander Vera Adams in July of 2018. The jury had been deliberating since the afternoon on June 28th, following a 3-week trial that included thousands of pieces of evidence. One member of the deliberating jury was replaced by an alternate on Wednesday. They were like, I can't take this no more. I'm out of here. On Friday, 5 days into deliberations, juror discussions appeared to break down, with one juror being brought to tears in the courtroom. Jurors were dismissed for the weekend after a series of sidebars with the lawyers and the judge. The judge resumed deliberating on Monday, but sent back a note to the judge saying that they were at an impasse. After a sidebar with the lawyers, Norfolk Superior Court Judge Beverly Canone brought the jury back into the courtroom and declared a mistrial. Your service is complete. I'm declaring a mistrial. When there's a mistrial, they have to start the trial all over again.
Yeah. Sometimes that's beneficial. You get away with whatever you got away with, but in a murder trial, I don't know. I think that's a little different. They might bring new charges or something.
The widow of the murdered police officer broke down in the courtroom. She said there was no justice while leaving the courthouse. And Lopes, now 25 years old, will be retried. Yeah. Extremely disappointed. No family should have to endure what this family is enduring right now, said the Weymouth police officer. But we are steadfast in our resolve to bring this case to justice, and we will have justice for Sergeant Chestnut and Vera Adams.
I'm curious at what caused a mistrial, though.
I'm
very curious. Why these jurors keep crying? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, the jurors are like...
Seems complicated.
Yeah, it is. It must be. So what happened in this case?
So prosecutors said Lopes was fleeing a crash on July 15, 2018, when he encountered Cessna. Is that the name of the police?
Yeah, Chestnut.
Chestnut. And struck him with a rock before using the officer's gun to shoot him multiple times.
Well, damn.
Moments later, Adams was shot and killed while sitting on her porch.
Why?
This is intent. This is purpose. This is premeditation. Lopes' lawyer said he was suffering a psychotic episode at the time, saying Lopes was struggling with his mental health for years. Up to the point, everything that Mr. Lopes has done is not logical. It's not rational because it's not based in reality. So
okay,
mental case.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks because the crime is so brutal, right? And so like you look at somebody doing that and you be like, they gotta be evil, but at the same time, mental health is an issue.
It is, right? And that sounds crazy.
Yeah. Like somebody doing
Hit
that.
Hit him with a rock and then shoot him several times and then randomly shoot
somebody else.
Somebody sitting on their porch. The woman that he shot was 77 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
that's insane.
And it's hard to have empathy for people that do things like that, but at the same time, like
if he's not there, he's not mentally there.
Right. And the prosecution was arguing that he knew exactly what he was doing, but I don't know.
I mean, again,
how
what is it? I'm a killer. Yeah. We were talking about that the other day. When these people, a lot of people, when they do these crimes, they're so out of their mind. They have their recount of what happened is absolutely nothing of what actually happened. Feel like I went in there and I just killed her, and then I left. No, sir, you tortured her for 42 hours, raped, stabbed, and
dragged
abused,
her around the house.
And dragged her around the house. You didn't just go in there and kill her and came out. You literally tortured this lady for a long time.
I hate being in a position to like find some type of empathetic path for people like that, but at the same time, if somebody's having a psychotic episode, right, like an extreme psychotic episode, they're capable of doing anything for any length of time. Right. And the thing that's crazy about it is that in the justice system, a lot of times your gender and your race has a lot to do with how juries and judges empathize with you, no matter what kind of crime you do, right? Like, it's the difference between, he was a little kid at some point, something happened traumatic in his life, and this is why this happened, versus he's a menace to society, and he needs to put
what is it, the affluent case? Remember that one?
Affluenza.
Yeah.
Like
he had no idea what was right from wrong because his whole life he just
had money.
He just had money.
Yeah.
That's a weird reason to get off on something, but hey, Schneider says, but if he knows he is a ticking time bomb, he should be responsible to get the help he needs before he's killed. He can't. If he knows he's a ticking time bomb, I also don't know that I should get help. I'm a ticking time bomb.
Where's he gonna get the help?
I can't go and be like, hey, I feel like killing someone today.
You can. People get sectioned, but you gotta like family has to call and all this other stuff. Like
Janet said he got one sympathetic juror who held out the entire time. That juror had nothing better to do. Free mini vacay. That person didn't want to go back to work.
They said the jurors were having a really hard time. One of them broke down crying. One of them had to be replaced. Like, it seems like that might have been a very tough case.
I can only imagine, because you do want to give the family justice, but at the same time, with the directions that you're given from the court on what you're able to find him guilty or not guilty on, it's like without a doubt you think that he was sane when he did all that. That sucks.
I think all juries, it should always be a tough decision, no matter what.
Yes, definitely.
To incarcerate somebody for the rest of their lives.
Definitely. Have you ever served in a jury?
I've had jury duty plenty of times, but they look at me one time and I never get past the jury pool.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Have you?
No, I just got close to one, and it was a child molestation case or something like that, and I was like, I can't be partial. Your Honor, lock him up.
Bring the death penalty back.
Yeah, what's the trial about?
Are you doing jury duty yet? No.
I just turned of age to be. Like not even a few months ago.
Delay it, girl.
And I think if you're in college outside of your state, they tend to
not call you.
No, because they be sending my friends to jury.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I served on a jury one time for 3.5 weeks, and that was very
Really?
Very interesting.
Was it the O.J. Simpson trial?
What kind of trial was that again?
It was Medical malpractice.
Oh, okay.
Medical malpractice.
Got the person money?
We ended up in a mistrial.
Oh, damn.
Yep, after 3.5 weeks.
You was trying to get a free vacation from work.
Listen, it was hard though.
Yeah.
It was really, really tough because at the time I was pregnant, and it was a case about what is it called? A dramatic birth that happened with the child, and the child ended up getting cerebral palsy as a result of the doctor being accused of being that.
Okay,
which
but
wasn't. Yeah. So
you saw the evidence, so
right,
it was like
right.
complicated.
So it was crazy. But anyhow, so that's that. But Madonna postpones tour due to bacterial infection.
This was a while. This was last week too.
Right.
I don't think there's any updates to this.
Okay.
What
she got? BV was it?
Yeah, that was in July 2nd.
I hope nothing happened. I love Madonna, yo.
Me too. I love Madonna.
I just hate that what she did to her face now.
Yeah, true, but she got money.
She looks like Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, yeah.
Exactly like Jigsaw.
I thought she looked like cats.
Yeah, so Planet of the Apes.
Something like that.
Yeah, one of them animals. A man suspected in Tylenol murders is found dead in Cambridge.
How the hell?
What is Tylenol murders?
How you die off of Tylenol?
Oh my gosh! Every PR class we need to know about this.
Yeah, the only you know about this? You've heard about this?
Yeah.
No.
What is it?
He was tampering with the Tylenol.
No.
And put them back on the shelves. But Tylenol was like, damn, like we don't know how many of them was tampered with, so they had to recall all of them. But now the whole company is like, damn, what do we do? Like, these people are not going to take our medicine no more.
Yeah.
So they had to go through this whole, well, I know the PR side, so they had to go through this whole process of rebranding themselves and like everything is safe, and that's why we started doing like the packaging on top of the actual, once you take the cap off, so like if it's off,
yeah,
you know it's
the
been
plastic
tampered.
stuff that you have to peel off. Oh.
And he's just going to jail now?
No, he died.
Oh, he died. Okay.
The only person ever convicted in connection with the Tylenol murders that happened in the 1980s has been found dead in Cambridge. James
And
Lewis.
what's he doing in Mass? That's
Let me look at my medicine cabinet real quick.
Right, exactly. Remember, because the only protection we had in the Tylenol back in the day was just that big piece of cotton. What was that for? What did that do?
I don't know.
I guess it stopped it from like sweating or something. Yeah, like sweating in the heat or something.
Because I used to take that out and use it for my nail polish.
Oh my goodness.
When you couldn't find no cotton. Oh, there's some of the Tylenol.
We old.
James Lewis, 76, was found dead Sunday in his home on Gore Street after police responded to a report of an unresponsive person in the home. Officials said Lewis's death was determined to be not suspicious. He was convicted of attempting to extort $1 million from Tylenol maker Johnson & Johnson in 1982 and sentenced to a federal prison where he served 12 years. In a jailhouse interview with ABC 7 Chicago, Lewis described the scheme the killer would have used to fill Tylenol capsules with deadly cyanide.
Jeez.
Though he always denied that he was the one responsible.
Let's pause. You know what you would do to poison these people, but I ain't do it.
Right,
I thought about it. I did think about it.
I know how it would happen, but I don't know who.
I have some friends who did tell me.
Right.
You know.
I mean, I got these boxes of cyanide.
Right. Exactly. I think this is exactly what happened, and it did.
But it
wasn't me. 7 people in the Chicago area were killed in the Tylenol murders. Documents released in 2009 show that a commission studying the crime received new evidence in 1989 that implicated Lewis in the killings, including a letter sent to Tylenol's maker demanding $1 million.
I forgot that part. He basically said,
"That's only $1 million."
I'm not killing these people. You give me
I mean, this was in the
Why do you
80s though,
think
so
the
that was
Tylenol
like,
company
Exactly.
say ransom. Like,
Right.
What about your local gift
Exactly.
shop or something?
Something.
And what are you ransoming? So he wanted $1 million to stop the killings, as well as diagrams showing how to load cyanide to the capsules. Lewis, however, was never charged with those killings.
okay. Well, now he's dead.
Now,
I mean,
now he's dead.
Now he's dead.
And what if he died from a
I'm gonna say, like, just
That's crazy. Wow. And then things that are happening in and around Boston, we were discussing, there's lots of concerts happening tomorrow in the middle of the damn week.
Yep.
T-Pain is at the MGM, Drake is at the Garden, and Tweet is at City Winery.
this is a star-studded day.
It's
A star-studded week.
I'm
And they're all
telling
in
you.
the
Okay,
middle of the
Boston.
week. Like, they had no business Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah,
and Wednesday.
but see, that's how you get them. That's how you get them cheaper.
Yeah.
And then that's also how you know who is actually got time to come outside on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because if I really want to see you, I don't care when you coming out here. I'm coming on a Tuesday.
That's
Like,
true.
if you can afford Drake tickets, you
That's
probably
what
don't
I was
got a
gonna say.
normal job, so you can
Yeah.
probably get out.
Shout out to
You know
those
what I
people who
mean?
could afford Drake tickets, because
what you say that they're starting off at what, 400?
$356.
$356
Yes.
For TD Garden.
Yeah.
dollars
Yeah.
to see Drake.
And he's probably gonna pack the TD.
He's gonna pack it.
It's gonna be.
He about to buy a new jet.
Gonna ram it out.
And then who else is coming with him, or is it don't even need?
21 Savage.
Oh, 21.
I want to
I
go
would
to that
go
concert.
that. I would go for 21.
Yo, we got petty cash?
Petty cash.
Let me get a little petty cash for a
I'll
ticket.
take my hey, I work with Mark.
That petty cash is enough to afford the obstructed view TV.
But that's something I'm
ticket
gonna
for
have to have
$26.
you work on is how we
yeah, I got a
how
pitch
we figure
I
this
need
out.
4 free tickets.
For
please.
free.
Yes,
Every
seriously.
time.
For
We need to
everything.
know.
Yeah.
Everything. So that's some local news. What'd I say?
Local lose.
That was
Local news.
local news.
Local news.
You took a little too much time
Local
though. before you
news.
did this.
Local lose. We are going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will come back with our national and world news, and we'll just go right into the entertainment at the same time
Yes.
because we started a little tardy. Not tidy. We did start clean. We did start clean as well.
What is our words?
What is our words today? Anyways, people, keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We'll be right back.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
SI Promotions USA, alongside Specialists and Friends, presents Ecstasy. Ecstasy, a summer chic affair where the music seduces your mind, body, and soul. Ecstasy. On Sunday, July 30th, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Mojito's Country Club, 44 Mosaic Drive, Randolph, Massachusetts, 02368.
Yeah, cause girls is players too.
Featuring Steady Bashman from NYC, Freeze International from NYC, Sound Inc. Family, Ghetto Hype, and Cypress. Hosted by Specialist, FC, and Trickstar. Ecstasy.
Say you're bad from which part? Tell up the winner one dip that.
Your ticket locations: TNE Mini Mart, Tasha Michelle's Closet, 1775 Dorchester Avenue, Boston, Mass. 02124. Get your tickets online at ecstasy.frontlineticketing.com.
I'm not going no small threat. Let me extend my apology.
Ecstasy, a summer chic affair.
Attention, gentlemen. Are you looking for a suit that will make you look sharp and feel confident? Look no further than Allen's Formal Wear, a Boston legacy business. Our expert staff will help you find a perfect suit for any occasion. With a wide selection of colors, styles, and sizes, we have something for everyone. And the best part, our affordable prices won't break the bank. So why settle for a mediocre suit when you can stand out in Allen's Formal Wear? Visit us today at 594 Blue Hill Ave, Dorchester, or allensformalwear.com to book an appointment. Visit us today at 594 Blue Hill Ave, Dorchester, or Allens, ALLANS, formalwear.com to book an appointment. Allens Formal Wear. We are dressing you for success.
Hey yo, Spark FM Online and Lifted Smoking Goods present the ultimate rubber-dub, dancehall, reggae bashment. I don't know what's going down on Saturday, July 29. And we're taking it back to the basement at the Mideast Club, 480 Moss Avenue, Cambridge. Ladies, it's a night for Mesh Marinas, fishnets, and Pum Pum Shots. I don't know soundtrack provided by an all-female lineup. We're talking about DJ Slick Vic, DJ Lady Lee, Team DJ Light 2.0, and DJ Shasha. So you know the thing now go normal. I don't know admission at $25. Get your tickets online at ticketweb.com. Doors open from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. So watch it, man. Just forward out for a great night of reggae vibes. Done the right way. Flex.
Spark FM.
Medication. Your medication makes me high.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
She like the way that I move. She like the way that I
She like the way that I woo. And she let it clap for it.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
She like man, we ride. Big ride, big ride, big.
Spark FM.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are back in the building, and it's time for us to get into our national and world news. What we got going on?
What we have is this.
Yeah.
Biden has a plan B for student
Yes!
loan forgiveness.
Sorry.
Yo, not that
Here's
plan
how
B.
it works. But I read it though. I thought that's what it was.
I mean, I told you that white stuff might have been powdered Viagra.
You better leave Biden alone.
It was cocaine. It's crack cocaine. Biden has a plan B for student loan forgiveness. He's taking another crack at broad student loan.
Whichever journalist wrote this, they knew what they was doing.
My computer froze. I can't get to the story, but I did see that part.
Yeah, so
They definitely did this as a result of the
Yeah, they're looking for alternatives for
Right.
the student loan forgiveness.
Uh-huh.
So
What? Pull it up here. So I
Yeah.
can read it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right, go ahead. I was gonna fill in the blank.
No,
but
go ahead. Do that. Mhm.
No, I mean, so the article is probably gonna go into more depth, but as we all know, the Supreme Court dealt as a decisive blow.
They 100% knew what was happening.
Abby Patkin of Boston.com. You deserve a Pulitzer for this.
They dealt a decisive blow to Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan recently, striking down a sweeping initiative. I don't know if those words have anything to do with it.
But I like what you said.
That would have saved millions of borrowers up to $20,000 in federal debt.
Yeah.
And it says, yet in a revealing multi-pronged backup plan.
Yeah.
I
like how you're saying it. It has nothing to do with cocaine, but you know what?
No, it's just hours later, Biden made it clear that his dream of student debt relief is far from over.
Yeah.
Announced last summer, the president's initial student loan forgiveness plan met mixed reactions from the beginning. Yeah. Some argue that the plan didn't go far enough, and others said it went too far.
Haters.
But for many, the promises of relief was a start.
You know what else is a relief? Crack cocaine.
That's what y'all gonna need to start selling to pay back them student loans.
Something. Tell us about it, Javi. What does this mean?
All right, so Biden had a pretty ambitious plan to forgive up to $20,000 in student loans. Right, $10,000 was the minimum. Up to $20,000 depending on if you were a Pell Grant recipient.
Okay.
Right, which a lot of students from like first-time college students, poor families are Pell Grant recipients.
Yeah, but isn't a grant something that they give to you? That doesn't mean you can
No.
pay it back.
You don't pay.
Okay.
Trust me, them Pell Grants ain't enough.
Yes. Oh, I know.
They ain't nowhere near enough. But so the Supreme Court has been on a tear lately. And they decided that that's not constitutional. The Biden administration does not have the ability to forgive all those loans.
Okay.
I don't know what the justification was.
Yeah.
But I wasn't 100% surprised because it was kind of a 50-50. Even some Democrats were against it.
Okay.
Which I call BS because a lot of them was like, well, I had to pay back my student loans. Why can't you? Like,
That's
relax,
hating.
bro.
It's literally hating.
Relax.
You had the means to pay them back.
Right.
Okay, so now you're not having to pay them back, and there's other people that absolutely cannot. Yeah. So what?
When they bail out businesses, when they bail out I'm not a farmer.
Right.
Like, why do my tax dollars have to go to corn? You know what I mean? Like
the country has the money to do this.
Nobody's taxes are gonna go up because of this.
Okay.
Like it's not like that's not how taxes work.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Like you have a tax rate. Your tax rate's your tax rate. You pay what you pay or you don't, depending on your tax person. And they use that money for these types of these purposes.
Okay.
So I don't even know what that argument was, but it looks like there are other avenues. One of the things that I was hearing that's pretty interesting is that they're going to have like this on-ramp process.
Right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anticipating a rocky start with the federal student loan repayment payments resume in the fall, the Biden administration announced a 12-month on-ramp for repayment. Starting on October 1st, during that period, borrowers won't face the threat of a default or harm to their credit score if they miss monthly payments. The administration also announced a new income-based repayment plan for federal loans called the Saving on a Valuable Education SAVE plan. The plan limits monthly payments for undergraduate loans to 5% of discretionary income, down from the current 10%, and forgives loans of $12,000 or less after 10 years of payments rather than 20. I mean,
it's
a lot of money
something.
still. I mean,
$12,000 or less after 10 years of payment.
Yes,
it takes some people 10 years to pay $12,000.
A lot of people end up paying like a lot more.
Oh, because of interest.
Interest is crazy.
Yeah.
And you got to think people are taking out $100,000, $200,000 loans for some of these people. So
that's why again,
$82,000
American.
It's up for me. Sorry, guys.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna be working.
Good luck.
Yeah. I don't think that's fair. Like first of all, I don't really also understand why tuition has to be that much.
Exactly.
Like what are the reasons?
Why tuition costs so much?
Itself is probably about like 50 something.
Oh, but then room and board and things like that.
And the only thing that makes sense to me to be that much is the room and board and et cetera, et cetera.
That's what I'm
Tuition
saying.
itself for a whole year being $56,000 is outrageous
because what are we paying for? Like
Like,
usually there are buildings
I take
and things
4
like that.
classes a semester. What do you mean?
Well, they
and our buildings don't get funded by us. None of our buildings get funded by us. In order to get a new building, you need somebody that really liked your school to give you a donation.
And they do get all of these big donations.
Well, for now, but a lot of these donations come from legacy, this whole thing against legacies and stuff like that, which I get.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of these legacy families, some of the students are kind of trash, but the families, they fund a lot of
But
this
that's
stuff.
my thing. If the legacy families are funding the schools, fine, I get it. But then why is my tuition also that much?
It depends. Well, I'm not gonna put your business out there, but she goes to a very good school. That has a lot of
it's a street.
Like, it's just I guess you just charge more for brand name, right? I guess so.
Yeah. And that's the sacrifice I had to make in order for me to say I know this.
But I will say this, and I don't like I just want to be like the devil's advocate in here, right? Like I went from a community college to a school that was in that price range, right? And the differences in services, the differences in like what you have access to, from a $20,000 a year school to a $80,000
like say what is an
school.
example of the services?
Yes.
All the resources you have available.
Bro, it's crazy.
Definitely
the
I
network.
did
Oh,
the network.
Okay.
Still, for it to be $56 a year just tuition and not the extra, it's like kind of outrageous because why can't I just pay like I don't know, like $82,000 for 4 years is crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, give me something so I can make it. Like, let me at least try to pay you back.
And it might be your parents' fault. Your parents might be making a little bit too much.
But that's
money.
what it was for me. I couldn't get any of these FAFSA and stuff because my parents were middle class.
Middle
class. Yes.
So you can't take your parents off your FAFSA no matter how much you try because we're still under like 24. You have to put your parents on there forever. Yeah. So I can't even say, oh, but I'm the one paying. Like, they don't care.
Yeah.
It's my dad's name, and I also just turned of age. Like, it's really up for me. Like,
Schneider says he thinks the big difference would be the science and research labs and the funding and all the amenities that you get and things like that.
And the gag is
it look
half
pretty.
of us are not science or research. So what am I gonna like?
Because what is going to be the price of college when my child goes to school?
A trade. It's going to be a trade school.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You have to buy a library. Like you have to buy the tuition will be a library.
He gonna be a pastor.
Cafeteria. Gym.
This is what you're paying
That's
for.
what you're paying for.
You do the library. This year, you in charge of the library. That's your tuition.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
But I will say this though: if you are lower income, and they have these students, they're high achieving, low income students, right? And a lot of them avoid schools like these because of the price.
Yeah.
But for those particular students, until the Supreme Court rules that too, they may actually end up saving money or come out of those schools with less loans because if your parents are middle class or whatever, they have a lot need blind.
Oh. Yeah. That's what I was gonna
where,
say. There's a lot of resources. You just have to find them. You have to talk to the right people.
Yeah.
EU, although they're expensive, they do match like your need base.
See,
you just have to call the right person at
it's
the right
like the business
and
community then. Like if you know, you can get things that you need if you know it.
I just found it on their website. Like, if you work full time for the school, they give you like tuition remission or something like that.
Oh,
Even if a parent works for the school.
See, that's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go work for the school.
Yeah.
Become like a custodian or something.
Yeah.
Or like
What
you drop out of college twice, go back in your 30s as a poor adult, and you don't owe them anything.
But what about if you be like a what is it, the resident
RA.
So you get your room and board free.
Yeah.
Oh, you get just your room and board.
But that's $10,000 or
that's all the money
so
there.
That's good.
Yeah. Room and board, including the meal.
And you get
It
paid.
depends. It depends on where you live.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then books are expensive. You're gonna spend over $1,000 on books.
Yes, easy. Because
You know what I
one
mean?
book
Each
is like
semester.
$372.
Y'all's hurting my heart.
Yeah.
That's why a child can't go to school. It gotta
Shout
learn
out
a
to your
trade.
kids because it's gonna be a long time. They got a lot. Just start saving.
My boy's gonna be a carpenter.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that's
Like
another thing too,
Jesus.
yo. Push your kids to alternative. Like I think part of the biggest issue with the student loans and all this, the cost of college, right? We inflated the need for these schools, right? So instead of pushing kids into like becoming an electrician or a plumber, where they can make over
their own
$100 an
money.
hour,
Exactly.
start their own businesses, we're
Yep.
like, nah, go get a liberal arts degree,
Yep.
and figure it out.
No, my child gonna have I'm gonna be like, you could pay all this money, get a little education. If you're not gonna be a doctor, lawyer, or something that needs a degree in that such, you are gonna be over here in this category, community college. And if you don't want to do that, you're gonna be over here in this category of learning a trade or going to the circus.
Circus
to the
is good.
Circus is
Those are
lit.
the options.
He could travel. He could make a fan club.
By the time
sell
you're the age
merch.
to go to college, they're gonna ban all circuses.
Oh yeah, because it's too fun. Goddamn.
It's too woke.
Oh, so
my child is gonna be a preacher, and at least he gonna be one of the preachers that move around every 4 years, and then I'm gonna live with them.
He still got to go to Andrews, and Andrews is very expensive.
Oh, he gonna go to a community college
for theology.
Theology community college.
Theology community college. The Church of Jesus.
This story here is absolutely outrageous, and somebody got to die.
Yeah, somebody has to die. Somebody has
And
to
I don't
die.
like to wish death on anybody, but somebody got to die in this case.
Something bad has to happen to somebody. Authorities in Tennessee say they found evidence of sexual assaults on 10 boys on the phone of Camilo Hurtado Campos, a popular soccer coach in Franklin, and he is in custody.
10.
Videos of unconscious boys being raped
Yo, chill. All right.
were found on the phone left at a restaurant, police say.
That's your fault.
What's in the background?
It's this song.
Oh. Videos of the rapes of 10 unconscious boys were found on the cell phone of a Tennessee soccer coach after he left it behind at a restaurant. His name, again, was booked on allegations of child rape and sexual exploitation of a minor, the Franklin Police Department said. In this story, where's Franklin, Tennessee, right?
It's in Tennessee, yeah.
Tennessee.
I thought it was Massachusetts
Yeah.
at first. I was like,
Oh, he continued to be held on $525,000 bond. Police said it's not clear whether Campos has legal counsel, and the local public defender didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Police described Campos as a popular soccer coach and a 20-year resident of Franklin, a city of 87,000 people. He used the job to lure boys to his home, where he allegedly attacked them. During off hours, Campos frequented nearby school playgrounds in both neighborhoods where he lived, where he approached kids and recruited them as players on his team. After gaining their trust, Campos invited many of the kids to his home, where he drugged and then raped them. The allegations came to light after workers at a restaurant found a cell phone someone left behind and were able to search through it in an attempt to contact its owner. They discovered unconscionable videos, the police department said, and they contacted the police, who traced it to the suspect. Detectives combing through videos and photos on the phone saw 10 victims, 2 of whom had been identified with the help of local schools, the police department said. There are hundreds of videos and photos on the device, however, and it's feared that there are additional victims. So far, the victims are described as appearing to be between the ages of 9 and 17.
Nope.
Detectives said that the children in these videos were in such an unconscious state that they might not even realize that they were victims.
Nope.
Detectives hope that those...
I hope they don't tell them if they don't know.
Right. Because that's all.
They don't need to know.
They don't need to know.
Yeah.
Like if they were unconscious.
Like the 17-year-olds maybe, but not the 9-year-olds.
Yeah,
Right.
they don't
Definitely
need
not.
to know any of, and I think that that's crazy to even say, but I just feel like you got to protect these children. You got to. One thing I read in this article though, they was invited to the soccer coach's house.
Yeah.
For what?
Right.
Why we got to go to their house for?
Exactly. My kid ain't going to nobody's house.
No, seriously, what are we going to their house for? What are they going to their house for?
Right.
That I wouldn't have to be there because unless it's a meet or greet or something like that, why are we not meeting in the field where you go to soccer practice and then I come back? I'm not a soccer mom, so I don't know if this is the culture, but I also really just don't understand why a child would need to be at a soccer coach's house for friggin' what without me?
And by themselves, or did he drug like a group of them?
I think it sounded like he drugged a group of them. I don't know. It is
nuts,
weird.
bro. This is a horror story.
They say it would be harder to get one child, but
just one child would come by themselves.
Yeah, he would have had to drug. What do you drug all of them?
And where were the parents? Where it was like, yo,
That's
I don't
what
get
I'm
it.
saying. Like, what do we have at the house that I wouldn't be there? I want it's not a private. They're 9. What are we talking about at your house?
Going through game strategy with a 9-year-old that can't even play soccer.
I'm supposed to be able to meet you at the field. Yeah. You practice with my kid while I drink a coffee on the phone, and then I put them back in the car and we go home. There's no reason for them to be at their house.
I mean, this part here though says the detectives hope that those in the same circles as the suspect can help identify the remaining 8 victims or any possible additional children he allegedly coaxed into his home. So he's just like, come to my house.
Yeah.
Yo, if you're a father, right? I'm sorry.
Have a drink and let what?
He was giving them candy.
If you're a father, right? I'm saying this to the dads, right? And I know a lot of relationships don't work out, and you're not with your baby mama or your ex-wife or whatever, and she's out here raising these kids by themselves, right?
Yep.
What I noticed is that a lot of these kids that are in sports, the coach sometimes becomes that father figure.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes it's out of necessity. The mom's working, whatever. And I know it works the other way around, but I'm talking to the fathers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bro, do not keep yourself away from your kids' lives. Like, come and help out. You know, you don't want somebody replacing you as a father because you can't trust a lot of these people out here. Bro. You know what I'm saying? And they look for people. They look for the most vulnerable kids they can. Yeah. And the most vulnerable kids are the ones that don't have enough support, you know, or if you're, I don't know, bro, I'm in my feelings right now, bro. I'm sorry.
They said they don't know what drug was used in the crimes. It hasn't been named, and you know, of course, that story is still ongoing and under investigation. A U.S. Marine has been taken into custody after a missing 14-year-old girl has been found in the barracks.
That was crazy.
In the barracks at Camp Pendleton, a Marine is in custody. And after authorities found a 14-year-old girl in the barracks of the California base after she had run away from home. And what was you doing with her there in your dorm room? Because the story's not here.
Yeah, you know, this sounds familiar. This sounds like a familiar story. Because if it's a military barracks, it's possible that this person was probably the guy was probably in his early 20s. Exactly. And I remember seeing dudes like that, dating young high school students. You know what I'm saying? So I could see her be like, oh, that's my boyfriend. I'm leaving. I'm running out. You know what I'm saying? He's grooming her, you know. And I could see that. I could see that's how that happened, right? It's disgusting.
When I was 15, I went down to the Limited Express downtown, and I'd gotten me one of them.
Limited Express.
I had gotten me one of them maxi dresses, you know, the little slinky ones that was out at that time with the split all the way up the side. It had stripes, and my body was bodying when I was 15. And,
you used to get in trouble a lot.
Shut up!
I'm just saying.
It wasn't my fault.
And what happened?
And there was a 21-year-old security guard used to ride on the same bus as us to Harvard, and he saw, you know, indicated that he liked my dress.
Oh wow, how he said it?
I like your dress. And then we became friends, and he used to come and sit on the porch with me all the time. But I think I told mommy that he was 17, but he was 21.
Jesus.
And now, but it's my mother's fault because when I was 19, my boyfriend was 26. And why was that okay?
Because you were an
adult.
Because
you were 19.
He was too old.
You were an adult and in college. What she could say.
And then now, 21-year-old security guards that ride buses seem very cool to 14-year-olds. But imagine a 21 at your age now, a 20-year-old. A suit.
He had a suit.
He had his uniform. He probably didn't wash for a week. You probably didn't notice a little.
I love a man in uniform.
He can't even watch it because he's dirty.
Let me look him up on the Facebook and see how he doing.
He's still a bum.
Let me
see what he's saying.
I did look him up on Facebook a couple weeks ago. He's married now, and he's got children. And
hope he's doing well.
Probably. How old is he now? He's 51.
Well, brother, you this close to getting me too, so you better.
But I understand it. See, because this one had on a uniform. She probably met him on the internet. And again, he was probably 19.
And he can't date nobody his age because he a loser.
Right. But why he and then, kids are dumb, especially teenagers. This morning when I went to go drop off Noah, I walked into the building and there's two boys standing there who were supposed to be greeting the kids. Yeah. And they both just sat there and looked at me like,
same. I was like, good morning.
I said, good morning. Is there something that I have to sign? Oh yeah. And came and handed it to me. What is wrong with y'all?
Because you look like a little angel walking into the...
Because everybody always got to remember, and I think that once you work with teenagers for a little bit, like they're not the brightest
They're
bunch.
not
They're
smart.
not.
No.
They like the most common.
I mean, you go to be you. I mean, you
especially the boy ones.
Yeah,
though.
they just be
yeah, like literally,
like what? Say words.
Right. Yesterday when you were telling CK that the pot was hot, right? Yeah. I literally saw a video where a mother is handing her son a pot and she's like, the bottom is hot. And he keeps grabbing it from the bottom. This is a white mother talking to her white teenage son. And she's like, the bottom's hot, the bottom's hot. She's like, the mother effing bottom is hot. He was like, ooh. And then grabbed it like that.
You gotta talk to boys at different times for it to click.
Somebody said it like somebody wrote a status the other day like, you guys have to what was it? You guys have to learn how to stop cussing at these kids and stop yelling at them because blah blah blah. And somebody was like, listen, after the third time of asking politely, I'm turning into Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah.
Because these kids ain't gonna MF and kill me.
And this is why I look at people like, and I know you making men look stupid, but you're right. We don't really get a brain until like 35.
Yeah.
That frontal lobe don't
30. I'm still working on mine. It's gonna happen one day. I'm almost 40. I'll be mature enough soon. But like when dudes and no offense to you, because I know maturity isn't just about age, right?
Yeah.
Like you have people that are young that are very mature,
right?
Right. But at the same time, if you're in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, what are you doing dating a 19, 18 year old?
It's just like,
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't. What are you talking about?
But unfortunately,
14 is such a 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Because how old are you? Say he's 19. 20,
nah, but
he's
these 14-year-olds, we were at the.
Do you know that's like 10th? Not even. That's probably like the 9th, 10th
Yeah.
grade.
Listen.
I think I was 15 in the 11th grade. That's
Child,
crazy.
These 14-year-olds is different these days. We were at the football thing the other day, and we were talking to one of the dads there, and he was like, you should see the stuff that these little girls are texting to my son.
He's 12.
He's 12. He was like, the little boy was like, I'm about to get something to eat, and the little girl was like, I got something for you to eat. Hello, I didn't know nothing about eating till the other day. What are you talking about?
I mean,
I'd have been like, where's your mother? Where's your mother? You know your whore ass.
Destiny, put your mother on the phone.
But some kids don't have enough. Like I remember in like even 8th, 7th grade.
Yeah.
Like I used to take public transportation. I didn't have the school bus because I was Catholic school. We was in like the hoodish Catholic school, and we would all take public transportation. There was like no parental guidance for like most of the day till we got home, right? If your mom wasn't working.
Yeah.
And you would have a group of kids over here just making out.
Yep.
You got a couple group of kids going to his girlfriend's house over here.
It was me.
You got one kid dating a 19-year-old, right? Like
She was cool.
I lied about
she was a cool kid.
My first boyfriend, shout out to Rudy, he dumped me because he found out that I was only 13 and not 14.
Yo, don't say the brother's name
around
out.
the time.
He's still around.
I mean, he was 15, so it wasn't crazy. We were all youth.
I remember when we used to be like, ooh, we're gonna take the tea home today, and we used to go in the bathroom and put on a little eyeliner that we stole out of our mother's thing.
So y'all think if y'all didn't have Facebook and text message, it would be ridiculous.
And me and my friend used to be like, okay, we gonna pretend that we gonna be 14. And y'all can be 15 because they was taller than us, so they could be 15, but we was gonna be 14 because we was like 12.
With your pack of beaties.
But back in the day, we didn't have social media because we had the folded up pieces of paper that you just pass in between classes. That was text messaging for us. Yeah, I still got. Listen, I got a one of those bed in the bag things of just folded up letters between me and my girls in between classes.
Oh, you was popular.
I remember the little guy I was talking to at school used to like, that was the original emojis because he used to call me Aunt, so he used to like be dear Aunt and draw a little ant.
Oh,
and all of that stuff like that, and then fold it up. Remember how you had to fold them up? Tuck them in. Now these kids on social media talking about, I got something.
Lester's like, you should see some of the girls' dresses at the 8th grade graduation.
I don't want to see them.
I don't want to see them.
I don't even want to see them.
That's the thing. Remember, we had a dress code, even though we could wear what we want, but like your skirt couldn't be more than 3 inches above your knee. And you couldn't wear these half shirts. These girls is going to school damn near naked now. It's crazy. Anyhow, New York.
But they still 13 people.
But they
Leave them
still
alone.
13.
Leave them alone.
But the bodies on 13-year-olds. Jeez, crazy. The New York, look at me. I'm with my mouse up here and wondering why it's not moving. The New York Times is going to disband its sports department.
I thought I took this out.
Oh,
well, that's terrible.
That's awful.
They should not do that.
All right, so let's go straight into the entertainment and see what's going on there.
Jermaine Dupri and Drake making the docuseries on Atlanta's Magic City.
Woo!
That's going to be lit.
The funny thing about Magic City is that it's so popular, it's so world renowned and everything like that. It's the size of this room.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
I mean, you know, you don't want too much space.
It's intimate.
It's where the magic happens.
Yes, it's intimate. It's an intimate affair.
Well, that's good. Because the Freaknik documentary, did that ever drop? Did that
That's with Uncle Luke, right?
Did it come out?
I don't think so.
I don't think it came out.
But
That's the longest.
But since then, there's been multiple Freaknik parties that have happened, which is crazy to me because I wouldn't want to do a Freaknik party after the backlash that Freaknik is getting. But, you know, there's something out there for everybody.
And they got footage at
Freaknik.
Freaknik.
Mean what it used to.
Yeah, that
Freaknik
means that we're
now,
going.
Like every time we've had a couple of Freaknik themed parties for school, it just means you put on some 2000 themed outfit.
Oh.
You go to a regular party, like it's not.
Okay. Oh, it's not like open up your bonus hole.
Did you just say
and
2000
stuff
themed outfit? Like we used to say 70s themed outfits?
They say 2000. That's effed up.
Like early 2000s.
But you wearing long tees and pointy hoodies?
They're wearing jerseys.
Fire.
Yeah, they were wearing
jerseys and baggy pants.
I would wear like my little airbrush shirt with my name.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's lit. I like
go to
that.
it.
Me
That's
too.
what we call Freaknik.
You want to go to the one where they open your bonus hole?
Not that one. That's not the one I want to go to. I don't even got no bonus hole.
You know what a bonus hole is, Javi? It's a vagina. It's a vagina.
It's a vagina, Javi.
I was, thank you.
It's my
Thank
new
you
name for it
thank
because
you
I don't
for
care. It's
bonus
lit.
hole?
Bonus hole.
Oh, thank you for the clarification.
It's to do not offend trans men.
Yes.
You mean trans women?
No,
Trans
men.
Trans men?
So women who were born women and now they identify as men.
You call it a
They
bonus
have a
hole?
bonus hole
Because
So
they are men now,
They don't
but they
have
still
a vagina.
have
It's a bonus hole.
a hole there.
You know what? I stay out of these.
Me as
conversations,
well.
bro. Like,
We
I'm good.
are staying
I don't
out
want to
of it.
offend nobody.
The Freaknik documentary comes out April 23rd, 2024, the day before your birthday.
Oh,
You want to go see it?
It's gonna be your 40th birthday. Can we have a Freaknik party?
Oh my God, please.
Guys, what happened to the backlash?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay.
What happened to the
But you
original?
made it sound so good.
But yes,
Yes. We're gonna have a Freaknik party for your birthday, for your 40th birthday.
do it.
That actually
And
sounds kind of
we're gonna
iconic.
screen the film.
You know what?
We need to film it.
And
like
have
that.
some
Yo,
snacks.
y'all heard it here first, yo.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, Javi's 40th birthday is gonna be lit.
do
Oh,
it.
that's dope. Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Burna Boy is the first African American artist to sell out a U.S. stadium. He was partying with Lyrical the other day, and
There was a lot of backlash on that, too.
oh, okay. Well, anyhow, Maya went to this concert in New York.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she was there. She was there.
Lyrical and Burna Boy got in a lot of whatever because they said that Lyrical's happy place is no longer a happy place and they should leave the Africans where they are and they shouldn't have them and they had them waiting out in the rain and all kind of stuff while they sat there taking pictures with Burna Boy.
Damn.
And
Wait.
Burna Boy only played for like 5 minutes and they had to rush all the other soca artists, so now they mad, they want their money back and rah 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 sis kumbah.
That sounds like a lot. Is Burna Boy problematic? He seems like there's a lot of like.
I think that Burna Boy is only problematic because he is a superstar.
Yeah.
And when you're a superstar, everything that you do is problematic, except if you're Keke Palmer.
Kiki Palmer. Did y'all see her yesterday? She was singing Usher's "Let It Burn."
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it.
I've been
She's
arguing
been
all
kinda
morning
eating,
with somebody.
Like, all of her, like, I don't know if it's her PR team or if it's her specifically, but
Yeah.
like they're eating. Like,
Yeah.
She's always been dope.
Yeah.
Love it.
And
I love it.
she's
She's been dope since Aquila the Bee.
Exactly.
Ever since Aquila with the B.
Aquila with the B.
That girl can spell, boy.
Burna Boy seems so quiet to me, though. He seems like he doesn't say anything unless he's singing.
Unless he's with me.
His big self,
Jesus
oh, big
Christ.
face. He got a big face,
He
but
is,
I like it.
It is wide and long.
And
It is
long.
It is
He looked like an African man.
It is a healthy face.
I wonder what he looked like without the beard, though.
no,
I wish upon all y'all thirsty women to see all y'all men's without beards one day.
Burna Boy charged $500,000 to
How are you
perform.
cute without your beard? You look like a little baby.
My wife called me a bonus hole when I cut my beard. She said I look like a bonus hole.
Bro, that's exactly what all men who shave all of their hair off their face look a bonus hole. Literally.
I thought she was gonna divorce me, bro. Like that was
Burna
good.
Boy, 500,000. I'd pay it for one night only.
Needy boy and Shayo.
What else is here? Oh, Lady Gaga gets $500,000 dog reward lawsuit tossed because somebody was like, I need the reward because you offered it.
She didn't give the person the money?
No.
Wasn't it late? Is this in the case where her dog walker got shot?
Yeah.
So her dog walker got shot. They stole her dog. She offered him a reward for the dog.
And then she got the dogs back and didn't want to give nobody no reward.
Well, it says the Lady Gaga just won a legal case over her huge dog reward offer that a woman was trying to claim because the judge just told her you can't have your stolen cake and eat it too. Yeah.
Oh, she stole the dog.
She stole it and she found it.
She stole it.
It's right here.
Are you kidding me?
Imagine that.
You said there was a reward for somebody who found the dog. I happen to find the dog.
I just so happened to also steal it, but I still found it.
Yeah. Well, they stole it and brought it to me. I knew it was stolen, but I also found it. Give me my money.
Yeah. I'm with it.
I'm not sure why everybody's mad at
I'm
that.
gonna need that dog back. I'm gonna need the dog back.
I mean, she gave them the dog back, so she was wanting her reward.
Haven't anybody seen some ABC Family TV shows? You're supposed to pass them off at the same time.
Yeah, same time, man. Same time.
You hand the dog over, you give me the money. Like,
this case is awful though because the dog walker, they actually shot the dog walker, and then when they took the dog, and he had gotten yoked up pretty bad. He was in the hospital for quite some time, but he's recovered. But yeah, thank goodness that she won that because the nerve, audacity.
You stole my dog and you want my money too?
Exactly. City Girls JT announces a No Bars single coming up. JT, what's this about? When she abused poor Lil Uzi Vert? Is that what she abused?
Yes. She didn't abuse him. She checked him.
She threw the phone in his face
because he shouldn't have been there talking to Spice all in her neck.
Ice Spice don't even talk back though, so you know Ice Spice.
Ice Spice did say that it was not. It was.
What's the backstory? What's the backstory?
They was sitting down, and then it was at the BET Awards, and then when she came back to her seat from the bathroom, Ice Spice was sitting next to Lil Uzi Vert. So what she did is she took
was all in her face.
It's all in her face.
Not JT, all up in Ice Spice. Like, you know, like what's going on? What you got going on? And
let's
Ice Spice
pause
was
for
like,
the cause right there. Why ain't nobody say nothing to Lil Uzi Vert for disrespecting JT at the BET Awards, but they got a lot to say about friggin' Keke Palmer and Darius McCarthy.
Is that his name?
Is that his name?
I don't know.
Well, first of all,
I think Darius McCarthy is one of the twins from the New England Parents.
Does JT know what Ice Spice looks like?
Huh?
Does JT know what Ice Spice looks like?
Yes.
So she needs to relax.
No.
Right?
Ice Spice got a touch.
No, but that's the same thing. We know what Usher looked like, and we all want to.
But Usher also got the hurt.
No, he don't. That was a rumor.
We're not gonna go back into old news. So, anyways, Ice Spice.
Never mind. Sorry.
It wasn't even anything.
Allegedly.
Ice Spice posted a picture of her and
Lil Uzi. Yeah.
JT said, "I know you're lying." Through the phone at.
Through the phone
at.
Through the phone at.
But everybody was mad at JT for throwing the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody gonna ask her why she threw the phone?
Because she was disrespected.
She threw a phone at her.
Yeah,
exactly.
The dude put a tweet out.
Exactly.
And he got roasted.
Exactly.
Destroyed.
Exactly. But it wasn't it was that he violated first by even sitting next to Ice Spice in the first place. Just like how Keke violated first by being a whore slut wearing that slutty ass outfit.
Allegedly.
Yes. So now if he didn't, if Uzi Vert,
we went from loving the killer to B to
if Uzi Vert hadn't had disrespected first, then JT wouldn't have thrown the phone. Just like if Keke didn't disrespect first, then he wasn't gonna write that tweet attacking her. So
Let's talk about how she left the house in the outfit. So
right,
use a bum.
Exactly. You was a fool. Just babysit that baby. Make sure my baby's diaper's dry when I get home.
Wait, okay, hold on.
Leave my dinner.
Hold on. I'm pro Akila to be here, okay?
Yes, we are too.
But if he's the sole person taking care of this kid, he's not.
Oh well, he's
like
he's a house mom.
He's the house mom.
Yeah.
He's sleep deprived.
He didn't push that kid.
He probably ain't take a shower in like 5 days. And his wife is out here gallivanting, getting sung by
She's
Usher.
the breadwinner. She has to make the money. She has to.
Oh, that's how that works?
Yes.
That's how that works?
And poor Usher,
Okay.
there's so much backlash against him now because people like Usher's destroying lives because he's going through the crowd picking out people and destroying their lives. He was, I guess he was singing Matrimony. I saw there was a clip. He was singing Matrimony, and he was asking if there was anybody who wanted to propose in the crowd, and he came upon this couple who had been together for 17 years. He has been her boyfriend for 17 years. So the guy stood up and he's professing all his love to the woman, professing. And at the end, like, hugs her. And Usher's like, you ain't gonna propose? I was like, for real.
Yo, Usher is a hooligan.
17 years is kind of crazy.
Usher's
Because
a
you call it quits.
17 years? You gonna be his girlfriend for 17 years?
Because why not after the 5th year?
Because he's still married to his wife. That's why.
Oh my goodness.
Sure. So then I guess Charlemagne went on a rant yesterday and was like, if Usher comes singing to my wife, he gonna sing to both of us. I'm gonna grab one hand and my wife gonna grab the other hand. He gonna be singing.
Serenaded.
Both of us is gonna be his booze.
Look me in my eye, Usher. Tell me
I want the same energy.
Tell me I remind you of a girl you want to snoo, Usher.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you something. I go to any Usher concert with my man, and my man try to cock block Usher singing to me. It's gonna be a problem.
You're gonna argue definitely in that car. Let me get straight to first.
Hold on.
Because at that point, why did you even let me come?
Exactly.
And if you're not happy about my happiness, then that is something else that we need to talk about. Why wouldn't you be happy that Usher sang to me?
Exactly.
Usher just unlocked a whole different factors.
I would be happy if you got called on stage and Janet Jackson did a lap dance on you.
If Tiana Taylor said, you come up here, I'm gonna be like, bro, that's my man, that's my man.
Get it.
Like,
Right? Now I gotta
baby smile.
I gotta drive home in this Ford Focus with your miserable ass after you done cock block Usher singing to me.
Why
But it hit different when you got.
Why a Ford Focus? Why a Ford Focus? Why you go there?
I don't know. Like I would date anybody with a Ford Focus.
Yo, but is Janet Jackson still giving lap dances though? 'Cause I'm trying to find out for a friend.
If Janet Jackson called my man up on stage, I'm pushing his ass out the way and I'm running up on stage. Hump me. Climb on me.
Put your titties in my face. And last but not least, speaking of Drake takes a $230,000 hit after ignoring Detroit concert curfew. I don't give a F. So something that a lot more artists should do is y'all are getting big paid.
Yeah.
If y'all got to give the audience a little 10 more minutes, eat the fine.
Yeah.
Eat the fine.
Well, how about
Drake,
come out on time?
True. There we go. Let's start there.
Then we can both avoid this.
Drake
I can get my
allegedly-
money's worth and you don't get charged.
That's the first part.
Drake allegedly had to pony up more than $230,000 after his infamous Detroit show, but some critics are calling shenanigans on his claim. In a video from his concert on Saturday, the Scorpion rapper can be seen addressing the audience directly, claiming that he'd been fined $10,000 per minute that he went past the allotted time slot for his show. It's $10,000 a minute to stay in this building past curfew, he said, but I don't give a F. We're doing this whole song. Let's go. The audience responded by chanting, let's go, in response to his claim. Check out the video below. We won't.
What did he had on? He looked like Super Samurai
Master Shredder.
Anyways, that's nothing for Drake. Doesn't Drake lose millions of dollars gambling all the time?
Like
all
every
the
day.
time. Right.
Every time.
Right.
I feel like please don't go broke, Drake.
Right. He's like, I don't care about that. I'm gonna make this at the Boston concert tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then if not, I'll do a quick meet and greet and get 25 people to pay all this money to come see me, and there we go.
Would you pay for a Drake meet and greet?
I wouldn't pay to go to a Drake concert.
You know what?
You raise a great point.
Yeah.
I'm not paying these tickets today, so I'll be paid for
Like, I'm a fan of Drake, but I don't think I'd pay for a concert for Drake.
I mean,
I
everybody
like
that I could meet, like he wouldn't be on my top 5.
Yeah, me either. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I gotta meet Drake. No, I'd rather, to be honest with you, I want some excitement. I'd rather meet Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy.
Drake coming September 1st for $25.
I'm there.
Soulja
I'm
Boy's
going to
coming,
see Soulja Boy.
$25.
I'm going to see that.
September 1st.
Because I was one of the ones that would have taken the Soulja Boy lunch over the $50 blue card.
Can we discuss that a little bit?
Yeah.
I would. So I think that whole question is kind of like weird to me. Like if Beyonce, a dinner with Beyonce or $250,000 since food stamps. Which sounds whatever, $250,000 food stamps is cool. But what's this dinner date with Beyonce? Is it
How long is the dinner date?
I might have to take $250,000.
Is it a business? Is it like I got a business proposal for you?
Yeah,
let's go eat about it.
I think that if you're gonna pick the lunch, you have to go there with intentions on doing business. You can't just want to sit there and hear them talk, because I can hear them talk on Earn Your Leisure or something like that, for free on Apple Podcasts or right here on Spark FM Online.
Listen, I'm coming in with a.
I'm literally coming there with a proposal and with talking points and a pitch
and
for
a
you to
business
invest in
plan.
so that's why, yes, the food stamps are good, but even with Soulja Boy, he is a businessman. I am going to pitch to Soulja Boy.
Yo, Ray J, I'm gonna get some of that Raycon money. Let me get them Raycon headphones.
Raycon is even different because Raycon is about the business.
Don't he have little Raycon bikes?
Yeah, and earphones. He got a whole technology department. Shit.
I'm gonna do that.
Y'all acting up. It's
Y'all
10
changed.
past the hour. We got to go.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Thank you guys for joining us again on Spark FM Online. This is a good show.
We did.
I like this one.
Me too.
That was
You
a
guys
good
are
bunch.
good conversationalists.
Yes. And shout out to all of the listeners and all the people that has checked in on the lines and on the streaming and on the radio. You guys are the real MVPs.
Oh.
Don't forget about Spark the Block going down on September 3rd. And also don't forget about
Flex.
Time to have sex.
Yo, don't miss.
Mommy was like, "Who's Flex? Is that a rapper?"
Yo, do not miss this. The last one brought me back to 2002 basement parties.
I
We're all
mean-
sweating. It was crazy.
Javi had the camera and did a scat on his knee thing, and I was like, "Wait a minute, you can do that?"
I was avoiding the dance hall queens kicking me in the face. Got some good angles though.
You did.
You did some good angles. And you guys will see those coming up soon as we push the promo out for this. I've been inviting people personally, like, yo, you should be there.
Yeah,
you gotta come.
I went around and told all the men at the Jerk Fest, like, we need the handsome men to come out.
Yo, there was a lot of beautiful women out there.
There was. Bring it in.
A lot of beautiful women that they literally was like, yo, why wasn't no dance dancing?
But they had so much fun dancing
Yeah.
by themselves.
They
That's
did.
another thing
They
that
did.
y'all men gotta realize is if y'all don't show up, we gonna find the fun.
There's a lot of them out there.
There was girls in every corner of that place just bent over and having a good old time with or without a man. Hello.
Anyhow. All right, my people. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. SparkFMOnline.com. Saucy and Friends in the morning.
Yes, sir. Bye.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.